Hi, welcome to workshop on Vedic Mathematics, class 1. Today we are going to learn some important concepts and history of Vedic mathematics. Let us see who invented or who discovered Vedic mathematics. Jagadguru Swami Sri Bharati Krishna Tirthaji Maharaj was born in 1884 to an educated and pious family. Received top marks in school level. Sat for MA examination of the American College of Sciences in Sanskrit, philosophy, English, mathematics, history, and science. So he is the father of Vedic mathematics. His period is 1884 to 1960. Vedic mathematics, he discovered Vedic mathematics. Many of the items he discussed are lost, but at the last time he was Guru Jagat Guru in Puri Matha. His students wrote his valuable speeches and prepared the Vedic mathematics book. So, Swamiji developed the mathematics through Atharvana Veda. The maths was discussed in Atharvana Veda and Kalpa Anga. In Veda, Atharvana Veda, and Anga, Kalpa Anga. So you have to remember this minimum knowledge about Vedic mathematics. In which Veda Vedic mathematics was discussed? In Atharvana Veda. In which part in Atharvana Veda? That means Anga, Kalpa Anga. So you remember these points. So this is the history about Vedic mathematics. So Jagadguru Bharati Krishna Tirtha Maharaj gave 16 sutras and 13 upasutras. The 16 sutras are discussed here. 16 sutras, first one is Ekadikena Purvena. First principle is Ekadikena Purvena. And second one is Nikhilam Navatas Charamam Dashataha. Nikhilam Navatas Charamam Dashataha. And third one is Urdhva Tiryakbhyam. Urdhva Tiryakbhyam. And fourth one is Paravartya Yojayet. Paravartya Yojayet. And fifth one is Sunyam Samyam Samuchaye. Sunyam Samyam Samuchaye. And next one is Anurupyena. Anurupyena Sunyamanyat. Anurupyena Sunyamanyat. Next one is Sankalana Vyavakaranabhyam. Sankalana Vyavakaranabhyam. Next one is Purana Puranabhyam. Purana Puranabhyam. Next one is Chalana Kalanabhyam. Chalana Kalanabhyam. Ninth one is Chalana Kalanabhyam. And 10th one is Yavadunam. Yavadunam. 11th one is Vyashti Samishti. Vyashti Samishti. And 12th one is Sheshanyamkena Charamena. Sheshanyamkena Charamena. And 13th one is Sopamcha Dvaya Mantyam. Sopamcha Dvaya Mantyam. And 14th one is Ekanunyena Purane. Purvena. Ekanunyena Purvena. 15th one is Gunita Samuchayaha. Gunita Samuchayaha. And 16th one is Gunaka Samuchayaha. 16th one is Gunaka Samuchayaha. These 16 are main principles. You need not remember, you need not get by heart all these principles. Just remember the words which were used in the principle, and we shall use the words in further calculations. Just remember ekadikena purvena, that is a word. Eka adhika purvena, one more than. That means, let us discuss the meanings of these principles also. And next one is 13 sub sutras. These are the 16 sutras. After that, there are corollary principles are there, 13 sub sutras. First one is anurupyena. This is the first principle, sub principle, anurupyena. That means proportionately. And second one is sishyat shesha sanya. Sishyat shesha sanya. The remainder remains constant. That is the meaning. The remainder remains constant. And ajja majje nancha manchena. Ajja majje nancha manchena. The first by the first and the last by the last. The first by the first and the last by the last. Kevalai saptakam gunyate. Kevalai saptakam gunyate. For 7, the multiplicand is 143. 143. Next, fifth one is Vestranam. Fifth one is Vestranam. And sixth one is Yavadonam Tavaduram. Yavadonam Tavadonam. Vestranam means by osculation, and Yavadonam Tavadonam means lessen by the deficiency. Lessen by the deficiency. And seventh one is Yavadonam Tavadona Krutya Vargamcha Yojayet. Yavadonam Tavadona Krutya Vargamcha Yojayet. Whatever deficiency lessen by the amount and set up the square of deficiency. Set up the square of deficiency. This is the seventh one. And next one, eighth one. Eighth one is Anchayor Dasakepi. Anchayor Dasakepi. That is last totaling 10. Next, ninth one is Anchayoreva. Anchayoreva. Only the last terms. Only the last terms. And 10th one is Samuchaya Gunitaha. Samuchaya Gunitaha. The sum of the products. The sum of the products. Lopana Stapanabhyam. Lopana Stapanabhyam. That means by alternative elimination and retention. By alternative elimination and retention. Next, Vilokanam. By mere observation. Vilokanam means by mere observation, the only observation. Gunita Samuchayaha. Samuchaya Gunitaha. Gunita Samuchayaha. Samuchaya Gunitaha. The product of the sum is the sum of the products. These are the 13 sub-sutras, sub-formulas. So 16 formulas and 13 sub-formulas in Vedic mathematics. You remember this number. How many sutras are there? How many sub-formulas are there? And how many sutras are there? How many sub-sutras are there? So this is the meaning. What is the meaning of it? First one is Ekadikena Purvena. That means Anurupyena. It has a one corollary. Anurupyena, that is sub-principle. It means by one more than the previous one. One more than the previous one. That is the meaning of the Ekadikena Purvena. Next one is Nikilam Navatas Charamam Dashataha. Diniki, it has corollary Sishyat Shesha Sanya. All from 9, the last from 10. All from 9, the last from 10. Next one is Urdhva Tiryakbhyam. Urdhva Tiryakbhyam. It has corollary Ajya Manjena Nancha Manchena. Vertically and crosswise. Vertically and crosswise. Paravartya Yojayet. It has corollary, sub-principle or corollary, kevalaihi saptakam gunyat. So transpose and adjust. Transpose and adjust. Next one is sunyam samyam samuchaye. It has vastanam. It has vastanam. So when the sum is same, the sum is 0. Next one is anurupke sunyamanyat. It has avadonam tavadonam. If one is in the ratio, the other is 0. And next one is sankalana vyavakaranabhyam. It has corollary yavadonam tavadonam krutyante vargayojyat. By addition, by subtraction. Next one is purana puranabhyam. It has anchayo dasikepi. By the completion of or non-completion. By the completion or non-completion. And ninth one is chalana kalanabhyam. Chalana kalanabhyam. It has anchayoreva. Anchayoreva, differences and similarities. That meaning is differences and similarities. Next, 10th one is yavadunam. Yavadunam means samuchaya gunitaha. It has corollary is samuchaya gunitaha. Meaning is whatever the extent of the deficiency. Next one is yasti samisti. It has lopana stapanabhyam. That means part or whole, or part and whole. Next one is sheshanamkena charamena. It has vilokanam. The reminders by the last digit. And next one is sopamcha dvayamantyam. Sopanta dvayamantyam. So gunita samuchaya gunitaha. The ultimate and twice the penultimate. Yakanunyena purvena. It has dvajanka by one less than the previous one. Next one is gunita samuchayaha. It has corollary dvanda yoga. The product of the sum is equal to the sum of the product. Last one is gunaka samuchayaha. Adyam antyam madhyam. The factors of the sum is equal to the sum of the factors. So these are the principles and sub-principles and their meanings. Just remember the number of principles and number of sub-principles. You have to remember the meaning of the principle. So now go to what is Vedic mathematics and what is it helps us. Vedic mathematics is a branch of mathematics and it defines to calculate very easy methods. The methods derived and defined in Vedic mathematics are very easy. Just remember, we have now 10 digits, isn't it? What are the digits? Yes, you are right. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9. Now let us see. Let us take a number 62. How many digits has this number? Yes, it has 2 digits. What are the digits? 6 and 2. If you add these two numbers, 6 and 2, you get 8. Take one more number, 81. What are the digits in this number? 8 and 1. If you add these two numbers, 8 plus 1, 9. This is called digit root, or in Vedic term, Bijanka of the given number. So 8 is the Bijanka of 62 and 9 is the Bijanka of 81. Remember this new term Bijanka. This is known as digital root. What is the digital root? If you add all the digits of a number up to a digit, then it is the digital root of that given number or Bijanka of that number. Let us see one more example. What is the Bijank of 68? Now we have to add 6 plus 8. We get 14. But 14 is not a digit. It is a number. Again we add 1 plus 4. You get 5. Now 5 is the digit. Then we say that 5 is the digital root of 68, or 5 is the Bijank of 68. Are you understand? Okay. How we count the sum of the digits up to a digit? This is called Bijank of that given number. Now here the famous number 1729. It is Ramanujan number. All of you know about this number. So now what is the Bijank of 1729? What we have to do? Very good. We have to add all the digits. 1 plus 7 plus 2 plus 9. We get 19. So 19 is not a digit. Then again one more step is there. That is 1 plus 9. You get 10. But 10 is also not a digit. Then go to one more step. 1 plus 0. That is equal to 1. So now what is the digit? You get 1. So this is the digit root of 1729, or Bijank of 1729. Are you understand? Are you able to calculate the digital root of any number? Yes. Let us see a short method to find digital root. How can we find the digital root? Yes, we add all these numbers 1, 7, 2, 9. Here already we know the digital root of 1729 is 1. Here we discuss another method, how to find easily digital root. Let us see. Here 9 is there, isn't it? In units place 9 is there. Just leave the 9. And we have 7 plus 2. It is also 9. Leave this 9 also. Then we have what we have? Only 1. So that is the digital root of 1729. Are you understand? Explain once again. Here we have only 9. Directly 9, you remove that 9. No need to add 9 to our digits. So remove 9. After that, you get, after removing the 9, we have 172, 3 digits. And we have here 7 plus 2, 9. Leave the 9 also. What is remaining? 1. So digit root of 1729 is 1. It is easy method. This system is called casting out 9 system. Casting out 9 system. That means we have to remove 9 or sum of 2 or more numbers as 9. Then you remove that sum also. Then remaining numbers, if you have 2 or more numbers, just add, or if you have only one number, that is the digital root or Bijank of the given number. Let us see one more example. What is the Bijank of 1967? So in normal method, we have to add all these numbers 1967. You get 23. 23 is not a digit. Again we add 2 plus 3, 5. So 5 is the digital root or Bijank of 1967. This is normal method. But here we have taken 1967. Here also we identify the 9. Remove the 9. So here is 9. If we remove it, what are the remaining numbers? 1, 6 and 7. So if you add 1 plus 6, you get 7, but not 9. If you add 6 plus 7, you get 13, not 9. So you have to add all the numbers. So 1 plus 6 plus 7, or in other way, it is easy. Split 6 as 2 numbers. Because we have 7, if you add 2 to 7, then you get 9. So split the 6 into 2 parts, 4 plus 2. Then we have 1, 6 as 4 plus 2 plus 7. Now add 2 to 7. So 1 plus 4 plus 2 plus 7. We know that 2 plus 7 is equal to 9. Then we remove it. Remaining is 1 plus 4. 1 plus 4 is 5. So Bijanka of 1967 is 5. So all of you able to understand, able to do to find the how to find Bijanka of a number, isn't it? Let us see one more example. 6174. In here we have 6 plus 1 plus 7 plus 4, that is 18. In the 18 again we add 1 plus 8, that is equal to 9. Leave that 9. So here, we add the numbers, we get the Bijanka is 9. In another way, we have 6174. If you add any 2 or 3 numbers, we cannot get 9, because if you add 6 plus 1 7, or 1 plus 7 8, or 7 plus 4 11, there is no choice to get 9 directly. Then split the numbers. Put 6 plus 1 as it is, and split the 7 as 2 plus 5, because we have 4 on right side of it. 5 plus 4 is equal to 9. That's why we divide the number as 2 plus 5. Now we have 6 plus 1 plus 2 and 5 plus 4. We know that 5 plus 4 is 9. Just simply remove it. Then what is the remaining? Yes, 6 plus 1 plus 2. Then the total is 9. We have 9, but don't leave or don't remove the 9, because we have only one 9. Then we have to keep it. That is the digital root of 6174. If we have another 9s, then leave them. Last 9 you have to keep as its digital root, isn't it? Okay. Now a new concept, complement. Now you are able to do digital roots. I think you are able to find digital root of any number. It may be 2 digits, 3 digits or 4 digits, whatever it may be. Same process you have to follow. Now go to another new concept, complement. What is the complement? If you add any 2 digits, you get 10. Then one number is complement to other. If sum of 2 digits is 10, then we will call each of them as complement to other. Okay. So let us observe complement table for all 10 digits. You have to remember this complement table. We have start with 0. The complement of 0 is 0. Here the rule is not applicable. Sum of the 2 digits is 10. That is our rule. But here it is exemption for 0. So complement of 0 is 0. Then complement of 1 is 9. Now you add 1 plus 9, you get 10. That is the complement. Also we say that complement of 9 is 1, vice versa. So complement of 2 is 8, and complement of 3 is 7. Complement of 4 is 6. A simple concept. Just remember, you listen, already you recorded in your mind. There is no need to get by heart. So these are very important in further calculations. Bijanka and complements are very important in further computations. So now the complement digit already 4 over, now 5. Complement of 5 is 5. If you add these two, you get 10. And complement of 6 is 4. And complement of 7 is 3. And complement of 8 is 2. Lastly, complement of 9 is 1. So children, remember complement of a number. These are the numbers, just you add, or if you take any number, complement of that number is subtract that number from 10, you get the complement. That is complement of any number. Suppose we want complement of 6, just 6 to be subtract from 10. 10 minus 6 is equal to 4. Or complement of 8, you get 10 minus 8, you get 2. So this is the process. So these are the complements of digits. Remember this. And now go to Vedic additions. So first fundamental operations in mathematics: addition, subtraction, multiplication and division. Addition and multiplication are near to one another because continuous addition is nothing but multiplication and continuous subtraction is nothing but division. So we start with addition. So normal addition, we know every student or every child or every person is very easy to add numbers which have 0 in its units place, isn't it? If the numbers have 0 in its units place, we can add them easily. Suppose here 30 plus 20, because 30 has 0 in its units place and 20 has 0 in its units place. Then we can add just tens place 3 and 2. You get 5 and put 0 on right side of 5. You get 50. Similarly, what is 50 plus 20? Very good. So it is 70. 5 plus 2, 7. Then put 0 on right side of 7. So I think it is very easy to add this type of numbers. All of you are able to add these numbers. 80 plus 20, very good. 8 plus 2 is equal to 10. Put 0 on right side of 10. You get 100. And lastly, 20 plus 70. Very excellent, excellent. So 20 plus 70 is equal to 2 plus 7, 9. Put 0 on right side of 9. You get 90. So I think this type of additions are very easy to you, to all of you, myself also, isn't it? So now by using this method, we start with 10 plus 7. Here one number is 0 and one number has no 0. So 10 has 0. So we can add it easily because 10 plus 7 is 17. And 20 plus 6, it is also, we can add 26. Just add 6 in its units place, write 6 in its units place and tens place as it is. And take one more number, 80 plus 16, small big number. Now add 8 plus 1, 9, and 6 plus 0 means 6. you write 6 as it is in units place. Just add tens places, 8 and 1, 96. And 60 plus 14. So 6 plus 1, 7, write 4 as it is. And then 30 plus 27. Here 30 means 3 plus 2, 5 and 7, 57. So all of you, very easy to calculate this type of additions, isn't it? But generally we are not facing this type of problems in our daily life. General problems are there. We can add this. Suppose 7 plus 9, very simple problem. How can we add? So this is more types. Count the fingers and like that. Just here 9, what is the complement of 9? 1. Add 1 to 9 and subtract 1 from 7. Add 1 to 9, then you get 10. And subtract 1 from 7, that is 6. 10 plus 6, 16. This is in the previous form. 10 plus 6, 1 0 and 6, isn't it? So if the numbers has no zeros, you have to prepare the numbers as we know already. We know the format, known format, to convert the numbers in from unknown format to known format. So one more example, 8 plus 6. How can we add it? What is the complement of 8? 2. So just add 2 to 8 and subtract 2 from 6. Then 8 plus 2 is equal to 10. 6 minus 2 is equal to 4. So 10 plus 4, again we say that it is 14. So we can do this type of additions. 5 plus 7. Then what is the complement of 7? 3. So add 3 to 7 and subtract 3 from 5. So 5 minus 3 plus 7 plus 3. 5 minus 3 is equal to 2 plus 7 plus 3 is equal to 10. Then you get 12. Or you can say complement of 5. You can take it here. 5 complement is 5. So add 5 to 5 and subtract 5 from 7. That type is also correct. But generally we take the numbers near to 10 because it is very simple numbers. Suppose you take 5, then it is 5. Add to 5 and subtract 5. So big number. So you take 7, complement is 3. So number is less. That's why we take 3. So here observe 9 and 8. We take 2 complements, whatever it may be. It is 1 or 2. For 9 it is 1. For 8 it is 2. You take whatever it may be. But generally we take small complements. So here what is the big number? 9. So complement of 9 is 1. Just add 1 to 9 and subtract 1 from 8. Then you get 10 plus 7, you get 17. So this type of additions, remember this. Today we learned some important concepts, Bijanka and complement, some problems based on complements. We will continue the same concepts with difficult items. Thank you and do the worksheet. Okay.